Okay, this week in gaming, what has been going on? First of all, let me just start with last weekend. I have San Andreas on my laptop. I played that a little bit. Been trying to beat the game. I got to the part where the LA riots take place and everything's all crazy. And it's kind of like when you put in the code and everybody just does random shit and like the cops are just pulling over people and beating them up, and people are mugging each other and shooting each other and just breaking out into fights everywhere. Now I don't really want to beat the game because it's fun again. It's just like a whole new game. Like I beat the different 3 cities. Like I did all the quests I could do, and now it sends me back to Los Santos. I'm back with Grove Street trying to take over territories against the Ballas, and all this crazy shit's happening. So I kind of like just doing that. So eventually I'll beat it, I guess, and I'll show you my favorite missions from the game because I've been saving my save game states just to make another video and show you guys my favorite missions. Also played a lot of Call of Duty 4 when I came home from work because I had to work extra because it's Easter Friday last weekend. And last time I showed you my screenshots of Call of Duty 4, everybody was making fun of me because my ratio is bad. And if you play Domination like I do, it doesn't really matter if your kill death ratio is good or not. The score is based on capturing points and how good you do in the game and help your team out. So here's one where I'm like 29 kills, 41 deaths, and I had the best score. And look, I've worked my way up to a 3-star general. And here's another picture of 55 kills, 41 deaths. That's like a plus 14 or something, plus 23 assists, so that's a really good ratio, I think. My favorite maps in Call of Duty 4, I figured out probably Downpour, Bog, Strike. I think that's the one with the helicopter, right? Or is it not? There's one that's got like, the B is like a statue with some stairs, and the A is like surrounded by walls, and C is like down a little alley. I don't know if that's the one I'm thinking of, but I like that one. And I like Backlot and Pipeline. I like Pipeline too. So those are like my favorite 5 maps, or 6 maps if you count the other one. I couldn't think of the name of it. So here's a screenshot of a game we came to a draw. 250 to 50. Never seen that happen before. I think this was on Bog. So yeah, I played a lot of San Andreas and a lot of COD 4 on the weekends. And then, Monday, I went to get a suit for my brother's getting married, and I had to get a suit for the wedding. I stopped by GameStop and picked up Chrome Hounds, because I've seen, like, sometimes I'll go on to the different people that are on my friends list to compare games, and everybody has Chrome Hounds and Crackdown. I need to get Crackdown 2 and Dead Rising, and there's a few games that are just like really popular among gamers that nobody really talks about that much. So I'm going to play some Chrome Hounds. I tested it out. I really like it. And while I was at GameStop, there was this woman buying Hannah Montana. And it was so funny because she was like, oh, my daughter loved Hannah Montana the movie, and this says Hannah Montana the movie, the game, so that must be good. I was like an idiot. And then she said something as she was leaving, like, I guess I'll see you tomorrow or next week or in a few minutes when I bring this game back, because she kind of knew she was screwing up, I guess. And we've also been playing Demigod. Storm and his friend Zephite and Divine, a bunch of guys getting into Demigod, and it's pretty fun. It's like an RTS, but you just control one character, and then you can summon a bunch of dudes, and you buy equipment and gear and artifacts and things as you level up, and you just try to survive through these. It's kind of like tower defense. Have you ever played Defense of the Ancients for Warcraft 3? Which I never have, but they tell me this is what it's like, because I played the little desktop version of Dota or whatever. It's kind of like you're doing that. You're going through, you're trying to kill all the towers and survive, and I've been playing the guy Oak. He's kind of like a paladin sort of. He's got a big axe and a shield, and he can do area of effect spells, and he can just go invulnerable, and he can do like a last stand thing. When he dies, he can just go invincible and smack the shit out of stuff. A lot of cool strategies you can use with it, like just shielding past towers and trying to kill citadels on your own and then last standing it. He also summons ghosts and raises undead, so that's pretty sweet. Also, somebody told me about this game that looks really fucking sweet. It's like a World of Warcraft clone. It's almost identical to World of Warcraft. Look it up on YouTube. Runes of Magic. If you watch the videos, even the armor and the whole engine and everything is the World of Warcraft engine, and it looks just like it. But it's free, and it's totally different stuff, I think, and there's different mounts, different items, different whole new world. Everything is different. So I've heard people tell me that it sucks, and I don't see how it could, because I liked World of Warcraft. The only thing I didn't like was I've done everything. This looks to be like a totally different experience, so I'm looking forward to playing it. But I installed it, and it's giving me an error, and it won't open. So maybe I need to reboot the computer and try it again, or I don't know what's going on with that. But Runes of Magic, check it out. Let me know if you played it. And also, if you noticed on my YouTube channel, I favorited a video called Torque 3D Engine at the Game Developers Conference. This is the guys who made Tribes Vengeance, I think, and Garage Games, I think, made this. It's like a new engine, and you can have a browser inside the game. So you can go into, like, say if you're playing Half-Life 2 and they have those fake computers, you can actually log onto the computers in the game and check out the internet while you're playing. Or they can make it on an object. You could throw it on a cube and you could have like the browser window flying around in the air, or you could make it as the platform you can walk around on it. And I don't know how you interact with it and like surf web pages and stuff. You could like be in a game running around on a T2 video in game. And also I got the Fallout 3 expansion for Pittsburgh, the Pit, and I haven't played Anchorage, Alaska yet, so I'm looking forward to those. I started a new character in Fallout 3 on the hard difficulty, and it's really fucking hard. So it's like a whole new re-experiencing Fallout 3 thing. Like I was getting so far and I was doing good, and I found a bunch of stuff, and then a fucking Yaogwai bear came out of nowhere and smacked the shit out of me and just raped my face. I don't even know where to go. I just hear these radio signals telling me to go to some quadrant, but I don't have any grid on the map. I have to go to a website and see what the hell they're talking about. Once I figure it out, Pitt's supposed to be really cool. And that's where the Gilmore Saga chick used to work in Pittsburgh, like the Mellon Tower skyscraper. So I want to see that in the game and see, oh, that's where Gilmore Saga chick worked. It's not really her name. I used a fake name. But last but not least, I played this new game with Taco the other day. I have a lot of footage of us playing it. It is like based on the movie Tron, where you're driving the light bikes, light cycles, whatever they're called, and you have to make your enemies run into your tail, like behind you. Like you can change a lot of the settings in the maps in the games. Like you can make the tails shorter, or they disappear, or they just stay up all the time. So you have to like really think about where you're gonna go, and it's like a maze, and you kind of box yourself in, kind of like that game. What was it, Snakes or something like you have on your phone? A lot of little mini games are like this. It's fun to kill time with. It's free, and it's a small little game you download, and you can have like 22 different players in it, and you can make the maps like freaking huge, and you can change the speed. And if you go right alongside the little light things, you go faster, so you can like catch up to people and pass them and stuff. So that's a pretty fun little game. As you can see, there's lots of crazy colors and stuff. And the guys, the bots are all named after like Lotus Notes and Excel and Word and Outlook and Quake and stuff like that. They have different program names, and it's like when you get killed, it says you caused some kind of general protection fault. It's kind of like computery hacking kind of terms. So that's it for this week's gaming, and next week I'm looking to play some new games. Maybe, oh, I got SWAT 4. A lot of people recommended me that. I tested it out and did the little training thing. I haven't really played it a lot yet. It looks to be really fucking good, like Rainbow Six, but it's more about subduing enemies, confiscating their guns. They can get on the ground and handcuff them. You have to pick locks and doors. You can breach charge them with C4. You can stick your mirror underneath it and look around and see where guys are. And they always respawn in different places, so it's like always new, and you gotta like really be careful and use your guys on your team. Like there's a bunch of different orders you can give them, and different kinds of flash nades and stun grenades. The stun grenades are really cool. It looks like you're on drugs. I just like smacking myself with them and just running around like I'm tripping. And I failed the training mission like several times just for shooting guys I wasn't supposed to shoot. And it's like, oh, you have failed to do the quest. Don't kill this guy that you just killed. So next week I'm getting some new games hopefully that I want to try out. Dark Sector for PC. I've tried the demo on Xbox. I kind of liked it. Unreal Tournament 3. I've never played it. I wanted to see what it's like. It kind of looked like it would be too small to have vehicles, like some of the maps for like CTF. It seems kind of retarded to have vehicles, but I want to see what the engine's like. Godfather 2, people recommended. I'm going to try to get. And I actually got Bookworm Adventure for my laptop because I wanted to have something to play on my laptop. So I guess I'll be playing some Bookworm Adventure. I could put Puzzle Quest Galactrix on there too, probably. That would run. I think I got SWAT 4 on there working, so got some new games for my laptop.